thing here. And you can actually do quite a lot. The biggest challenge for that may be the Joy going behind you, but we've seen it work very well. There's the Valentina and Edith. For Edward, not thinking, not overthinking the XP.
Yeah.
Lots of magic for Rora. I thought they'd go physical, but they decided to go magic instead.
Spicy.
Well, for the roam for Omega.
Ooh. I was thinking high loss. I was thinking, not thinking the Ruby.
That's
at all.
That's an I'm offended for you at 2 though.
Yeah. It's a signature, but it's one of those situations where the Ruby might actually struggle a bit here. It might not be the same Ruby performance you saw from Super Yoshi yesterday.
Yep. Although it
Excuse me, last week.
is likely to kind of prevent the aggression that will just keep coming in from Aurora.
Yeah.
You can deal with a collapse very well. Like, if you try to collapse in the Omega here, you might actually double think. You might overthink it. And that might lead to something for Omega.
Yeah. Okir and... No, Okir, Super Yoshi, just don't mess up, you guys. That's my analysis. Don't mess up. Talk, communicate, execute.
There you go.
This reminds me of the way he said, if you want a summary of what happened, just watch the replay.
Just watch the replay,
what
right?
he said yesterday.
I believe in you guys.
Yeah, so this does look a bit interesting. It seems like the draft was able to go well, I'd say, for both of these teams. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, let's see how it goes this time. I think they're pretty comfortable with the heroes that they have in their hands.
Quite comfortable here, and of course the team fights look like they can go either way. With much damage coming in from Omega, some good crowd control because of the Ruby, because of the Phobius and the Eternal Guard. But other than that, it does feel like they're gonna have to rely so much on the pure damage.
Yeah.
They have to really make these skirmishes work for them.
Yeah, and so far I feel like Renegade also realized that he has to be a little more careful in the first few minutes of the game.
Yeah, we don't want a repeat of what happened earlier.
Yeah.
Remember, so many pickoffs happened because Renegade got caught out.
And I feel like it could have not reached that 25-minute mark if they were like a little more safer in terms of the way they executed the early game.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's an early electrifying beats that is immediately dodged by Aurora though from Andoryu. So I think they're pretty much still both in control. Nothing happening across the map just yet.
Yeah, good control here. Super Yoshi, I feel like he is happy just to provide vision.
Yeah.
He knows he's not going to be able to poke, so he's not even going to try. And on the bottom lane, it's Omega looking at Dominkite.
Oh, but they spot him out and force out the Purify. Not enough to save him though. First blood immediately secured by Andoryu, and if I were Dominkite, I'd be thinking, just a while ago, he was in the mid lane.
Yeah, just a while ago, this guy was showing up. He was making a lot of noise there. And again, because of that, easy first blood going over to Omega. Although there is some answer. You know what? They could go for Turtle here. Maybe they're thinking, you know what? Maybe they use the Retribution. And because of that, Omega don't even try to counter it.
Yeah, but Demonkite still has his Retribution. So speaking of that, they might actually contest some jungle creeps away from Omega, and so they do. But the gold leads aren't that significant just yet.
Yeah.
It feels like the trades they're getting so far are just equal across the map.
And at this point, you know what? It's okay to just be equal.
Yeah.
If you are the Suyo and the Joy, you don't need to overthink it. You're trying to focus on the farming, right? Because that's been always their focus. Trying to get that farm as much as possible, fast as possible. That's a current running meta right now, where we do see a lot of farm happen and rushing those levels and stealing these green camps as well.
And that's why we're saying it seems like another Filipino game so far.
Another Filipino game right here, right now.
Very disciplined so far for both of these teams.
Look at that.
Oh.
Oh!
Right.
Oh!
That's a flicker from Yue. Very aggressive, but a beautiful usage of the Deathly Grasp, saving Andoryu from that possible takedown.
Yeah, good save there by Ukir. Although the ultimate of Vexana has not fallen into the hands of the Valentina. Renegade, a good shrub being held. Which means Omega will be a little bit more defensive in their positioning around this next objective. Aurora look to take control at the center of the map.
Yeah.
Make sure you have a lot of control here and not, as long as you have vision, you're gonna feel okay. Everyone seems to be going man-to-man right now, especially with Super Yoshi on the waiting mode. This is one of the reasons why I don't really like the roam Ruby. You're just stuck waiting for the most of the part of the game.
So it feels a little bit more passive than
Yeah.
proactive compared to when he had his hands on the throw. But that might be the way to go for Smart Omega if they really want to make this work. Because they have a lot of tools to like deny Aurora. Similar to what we saw earlier, the Deathly Grasp alone was already enough to save Andoryu. So what more if they also had the Don't Run Wolf King, the I'm Offended from Super Yoshi and all that. But let's see, because there is an upcoming objective down bottom.
Look at this. Rora very happy to take this. They're starting it off.
Oh, Flicker, Earth Shatter from Edward, but look at that response from Smart Omega, immediately bursting him down, forces out the Primal Wrath, and he gets to buy some time for his team. But the turtle still goes into the hands of Aurora, or they still get to position themselves in order to secure this turtle.
Absolutely worth there with a 1-for-1. Edward for Andoryu. They'll take that any day.
Unfortunate that Andoryu was the one taken out. And now the Edith has built up the first item. Dominance Ice for Edward, Hunter Strike for Andoryu. Still no first item for Andoryu just yet. Excuse me, Demon Kite had the Hunter Strike. Although there is a Stardium Scythe now built up by Andoryu. I think they're waiting for one more. It's actually a Sky Piercer built up by Jome.
That's, I'm Offended.
Yeah.
I'm offended already. Used up here.
Yeah.
Again, these are the moments where you just wish it was something else. But you know what?
No, you know what? That was literally caught in 4K. We broadcast in 4K now for the first time in MPL history.
Do. That's true.
Yeah, for those wondering how come it seems like you guys are stuck in buffering, maybe get better internet because we're broadcasting in 4K.
You can see the small fishes in the river.
The shadows.
You can see the germs.
Hey man, there's no fishes in the river. Do not gaslight me like this. I'm starting to doubt reality. Where?
Yeah, right under the leaf.
Yeah,
right
I
there
think
near
there
Renegade.
are.
You see them hide
Koi fishes?
when he appeared. You don't see the fishies.
I'm going crazy.
Come on,
Right.
guys.
Wait. There you go.
There it is. There's a under. Went under.
Yeah, there
is
actually was
a
a fish. Okay, no, yeah, I'm not
That
crazy.
sounded like a clash just happened, but in reality, we just saw the fishes.
They
Yeah.
hide when.
Oh, good spot,
when
Yoshi.
going. Oh,
Oh, speaking of, there you go.
flicker used.
Nearly unengaged from Smart Omega, but there's a flicker, and they will just defend this turret. Oh, Dark Waves!
Look at that.
They just really want to defend it and not go for the engage.
Oh, very happy. Already expended the flicker onto Yue. That's pretty big.
Yeah. Also really like how Dominkite and Yue decided to hug shrubs. At that point, Renegade is going to get pushed back. Omega could have continued the chase into Rora, but since Yue and Dominkite hid themselves in the shrubs, they didn't know what sort of information. They couldn't find any good information.
Oh, and that's a much more successful I'm Offended play they did in the mid lane from Super Yoshi. Edward is down once more, so this might be all the more reason for them to contest this turtle.
Very, very spicy here. I didn't even expect Omega to throw that many skills into Edward at that point. So, you know what? This is Omega. You can't really count him out.
Oh,
Luis!
Luis zoning out the members of Aurora. Renegade
Wow!
getting bursted down. And just like that, another pickup for the Barangay. Andoryu successfully secures the turtle. And they still want more. But unfortunately, it's Dominkite who will get taken out.
Some punch back here. US still playing in the round. Demon Kite with a snipe!
He doesn't want to go away without a trade. But Jome on a killing spree, taking down Demon Kite.
And Jome banking on himself to get more kills after first building the Sky Piercer. That was his first item. He was on the way to a Hunter Strike. After getting his first kill, he built up a Sky Piercer, and now he has 2 kills on that item.
Oh.
Makes it so much easier for him to get these stacks,
Yeah.
get those last hits, and activate this Granger faster than ever. But despite all of that, 600 gold lead here for Omega.
Yeah. Aurora might want to be extra careful whenever there is an upcoming objective, because it's been a trend for Smart Omega even in game number 1 to successfully find the pickoffs with the Super Yoshi's lead. So they've been very efficient in doing that game plan, but for now, it's mirroring across the map for both of these teams. And again, the gold lead, it never really grows into a significant amount.
That's true. The Bush game of Omega is just so good, but at the same time, Aurora trying to exert their influence on cross-map plays.
Oh, that's 2 towers taken by
Wow.
Omega at the bottom. This is a win on the trade for them. I think Aurora thought that Omega would look to get their eyes set onto defending the top side, but Omega just never left the bottom lane. They just decided to commit onto it.
And Dory was there anyway. So they said they can't just go for it, but it seems like this time around Aurora wants to go for the kill onto Super Yoshi, but a beautiful usage of the Deathly Grasp once again. Renegade goes or gets taken down as a trade. Jom once more on a double kill, so imagine the stacks he already has, and then Doryu will just focus on taking down the tier 1 turret mid lane.
Oh my goodness, the Don't Run Wolf King second ability of the Ruby, just enough time bought from that source of crowd control to stop Renegade and Edward from getting to a better spot, and for Luis and Jome to make the most out of it with damage and crowd control themselves.
You were already using that Eternal Guard for vision. Means no counterattack here for Aurora at all.
The copy, the IMU Eternal Guard, it was just disregarded right there by Smart
It
Omega.
became the Eternal Disregard.
Yeah, they were completely in control of the Lord Pit.
And now with them being able to take down those 2 turrets, they might have higher chances of taking out the Holy Shields even from the base turrets of Aurora.
Yeah, again, we forgot to acknowledge the most important factor for this game number 2. Brigida is casting. We are on the way to the second game 3 of the day, potentially. It's not over yet.
Not over yet.
But it's looking very good for Omega.
Yeah.
Alexandra?
Yeah, but you know, Aurora earlier, this seemed to be the case for them too, but they still were able to turn things around. So
You know what? Don't doubt me as an analyst. This is going to game number 3. This is going to game 3.
Going to game 3. Renmar already called it. No choice. No use in disputing it.
I mean, Jom on a 503. Okay, I might be actually convinced.
503. Don't
That's
forget.
that's hella stacks on this guy. Hopefully, though, the Omega have learned from their siege attempts from the last. They learned!
They did, absolutely did. Now Renegade goes in with the AOG, but it seems like he might just get punished. They will get their eyes set on taking down the turret instead, though, and they successfully get to secure it away, and Doryu goes in, nearly takes out Yue, but they'll be happy with that for now.
Looking for the ultimates. No way that they can actually go for the chase. No Avatar the Guardian available. That's going to be one inhibitor turret down for Omega, for Aurora rather, and I think they want to get more. I would camp this base all night. I would camp this jungle all night long.
Yeah, I mean, it's just 11 minutes.
Just 11 minutes, man. They got huge advantages.
Yeah. The Holy Shields, though, will allow for Aurora to be a little bit more confident in playing the defense. Renegade decides to go in. There's something Earth Shadow once again from Edward, but Renegade gets taken out instead. And Doryu onto the back lines, looking for Demon Kite. There's the electrifying beats, but Edward won't get to sustain the damage from Big J.
He's 8-0-3. Woo! Again, he built that Skypiercer as his first item after getting his first kill. He's gotten 7 kills since then.
We gotta look at the stacks here, man. There's just gotta be so much penetration, so much damage onto this Granger right now.
It feels like Jom just wanted to keep on fighting. Earlier on the Claude, it felt like he was a bit restricted. He can't go look for the kills. He was just... I think he even went for tenacity earlier. So it's more of him doing a different purpose. But now on the Granger, it's a completely different version of Jom we're seeing. He is just constantly on the lookout for kills.
I'm looking for a way for maybe a very quick Aurora comeback, but I don't really see it. Unless they manage to catch off Jom on his own, or Okir maybe.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening anytime soon, though.
Oh, Renegade.
Ouch.
Down to half of his health.
Got some
Full
shots
stacks
in.
though. But then, will they still be
Ultimates
confident
are
enough to
casting.
go in? Oh, they know that the flicker was burnt for Super Yoshi.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Conceal?
They're rushing it.
Coming in from Aurora. Oh, that the grasp lands onto Edward too. Will he use the Primal Wrath immediately now? There you go. But here in the middle lane, Luis might just fall. Demon Kite will be next. And that's Jom, currently legendary on this Granger. Edward trying to run away, but the Curse Blast, you can feel that. And look at that Sky Piercer coming in from Jom.
That's 9. He's maxed out his stacks on his Skypiercer. I told you.
Yeah.
Okay, bright side, I feel like this is going to end pretty early this time around.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, it's a really tough defense. They're all mostly close range. Jome is stacked up and fed. Big J is huge.
He's just going up front. He's ready to take on any member from Aurora. And now they have the Lord marching
the
alongside
knock-up!
them in the bottom side. But that's a beautiful knock-up, canceling out Super Yoshi.
Yoshi's out!
He won't be able to use
back!
the Eye of Offended just yet. Demon Guide with the Blade Surge going in, looking for
Oh!
the kill. AOG from Renegade.
Oh, Edward!
The flicker in two. Looks for Jom, but Renegade gets taken down and they have to defend the Lord.
Jome still lives and he's damaging until he goes back
Dory's coming in.
Okay, will he cast the Electrifying Beats? He has it, but he won't. And it might just be a successful defense for Aurora.
Just barely. Look at the health of that crystal. Can't really last even 2 shots here. Luckily for Rora, Omega didn't push the issue. Maybe just trying to go for the play safe route, which definitely is the right call here.
Yue getting that big Eternal Guardian knockup to lead things up for Edward to go in with an Earth Shatter knockup as well, which allowed them a little bit more space and a little bit more time. Jome has just built up his final item of the game with the Rose Gold Meteor. And now, nothing has changed in terms of this Granger. He still hasn't died. He's done 45,000. Yue has dealt the most for Aurora in 20,000. Jome has dealt 45, and here's a conceal by Omega.
Yeah. Jome still has the bounty, and it's very unfortunate that Aurora wasn't able to shut him down even when they were able to close in on the members of Smart Omega earlier.
Yeah.
Jome's just too slippery, and he just gets to survive every single attempt. So, okay, they're holding on. With 0 base turrets, Aurora, they're still holding on.
What a squishy base here that Aurora has. I feel like I can just crush it with one hand.
Look at this formation by Omega. They go for a line up top.
What's that
Yoshi
lineup
with
about?
the advanced shrub. Jome, it'll take like 2 dashes to get to Jome where he's at. Vex and Fulvius together, now they're recalibrating. I wonder if they're going to check the shrub where Renegade is and if they can read it.
Oh!
And they read it!
They do.
Okay.
Oh boy, that could be big, but 3 seconds on the next Lord means they have to reposition this time around.
Yeah, minion waves crashing in top. Mid and bottom is going to get cleared out though.
Goodness.
But Omega will get to the Lord first without a problem. It seems like they're not going to go for the slow start just yet.
Yeah.
Oh, they have with Jome, through Jome. Minion wave up top, minion wave in mid should be okay. Okay, Luis and Super Yoshi holding key shrubs. No one holding the back to where Renjay is going through though. They've showed themselves in mid. Great positioning right now by Omega, but they need to recalibrate a little bit.
Okay. Super Yoshi's holding the brush where other members are likely to enter though. Oh, Renegade goes in all by himself and gets punished by Smart Omega. And look at the waves up top and on mid lane. Aurora, they have to defend, but Smart Omega, they're chasing after them 1 by 1. Edward falls next, and 3 members are left to defend for Aurora.
Don't forget, there's also a big Lord walking up on mid. This is going to be an impossible defense. Aurora will be able to actually get this done.
Yeah, they don't have the Edith. They don't have the Primal Wrath. They're only going to rely on Dominkai. There's the Damage Force already used. He will
Whoa!
on Doryu though. That's -1 member from Smart Omega, but Yue will be the trade as well.
Joe!
And the Lord is already knocking onto the base. They might just get to take it down. And there you have it. The second game 3 of the day, brought to you by Smart Omega.
And that is a game 3 as we